The 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Covered by Universal Roof and Contracting. The difference is Universal.
On 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it.
All right, some sports concepts and rationalizations coming your way. We're going to bounce around a little bit here. We call it the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, Beef, what do we got for you?
We're going to hook one Lucky Goo up at the end of the 10-minute drill with dinner for two to dine on us from Chick-fil-A.
And by the way, Beef, am I not mistaken? Am I letting a cat out of the bag here? If we talked about a certain rebringing or rebirthing a certain segment here once a week. Is that in the mix still?
It's still in the mix. It's being hashed out.
Okay, but it's probably going to happen, right?
It's going to happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
it made such a run in
Behold the return of ETN.
It's coming. Now it's not going to be every day.
No, it's not going to be every day.
Because my God, I can't do it.
Because it's just too much, and it leaves sour taste and fights.
As a weekly exhibition.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Exhibition.
Yeah.
Best way to put it.
Biggs, I don't know if you were sending me this text, and you probably can't read it, but I've had dozens now of folks not able to access via the app or the internet. So
oh, no. We're down.
Efforting, I guess.
Efforting. All right, so you wanted to ask me about Major League Baseball, which a lot of people have thought. I think the curious one, look, the Marlins had an outbreak. That's one thing. I get that. 19 guys, whatever, 15 immediately. But it seems like if one guy gets it, we cancel. And that's what I'm not sure I understand, because the protocol was we have a 60-man fluid.
I would take it a step further.
Roster.
You got 15 down. Okay, well, you best call 15 up. You got a game tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's why we have 60.
Yeah.
And this is an odd season. It's shorter with games. It's got different rules.
Well, I understand it's 60 games in like 66 days.
Well, and part of it, part of this odd schedule is the team with the organizational depth is going to have an advantage. Oh, well, whatever it is.
Right.
But, yeah, if we're going to go by this notion that every time someone tests, we shut down for 2 days, and then guess what? Someone else has tested, so another 2 days. No, isolate and get the positives and keep them and move your roster up and down, and guess what? They'll be back in most cases in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. And Keith Law was on the Frangie show, and he said he didn't think baseball was going to make it. And we all kind of scoffed, and some still think it will. I'm a little iffy. I mean, we lost 33 games the first week.
And they can make all those, you know what?
33 games.
Which should be expected. I think as they go along, we need someone to have success navigating through it, just the first team to navigate through successfully.
Yeah.
And then we won't be as I guess my question would be.
Like, for example, when the Braves and the Mets played the first weekend, the Braves had 2 catchers with symptoms, but they weren't sure they had them.
And then apparently they didn't have it.
But they left them at home, and they brought in the other 2.
Correct.
That's kind of how you're supposed to handle it.
That's correct.
Not like the Marlins, who previously were in Atlanta, and now it has been discovered through an MLB investigation that they might have gone out and, didn't really. And so Manfred got a little ticked at him and threw that out there. And, of course, in baseball you can't do that because people's feelings get hurt and such, and everybody fires back, and we get into this, back and forth, which we don't need. As opposed to the PGA Tour, when Monahan came out and said, "Look, man, we got to follow the rules here. We're going to have problems."
Well, and Manfred has tried to follow suit with that. Look,
right, that's what I said. Yeah. So anyway, we'll see. It's.
But like the Cardinals,
the Braves have played 10. The Marlins have played 3.
Yeah.
The Phillies have played 3. So they're a little bit behind the 8 ball.
Now,
here.
correct me if I'm wrong. The plan is still for the Phillies and Marlins to begin playing again tomorrow.
Yes.
For sure.
But the Cardinals now have missed
today.
This weekend.
They're going to miss today again, too.
They missed
they've
all
already
weekend.
said. I know, but they've already said today's game is canceled.
And they've only played 5, so they're behind. So there's all kinds of, like I said, games are getting canceled left and right. So we'll see what happens. On the field, some great – Aaron Judge is –
He, by the way, is going to be the highest paid athlete of all time real soon.
Is running away with it. Hit 2 more home runs. Has hit home runs in 5 straight games. First Yankee in 13 years to do that. D. Murph went 4 for 4 last night with a home run.
He was the first ever to hit in 5 straight games.
No.
Home runs, yeah.
Is he first Yankee ever?
In the history of the team.
Oh, okay.
I think.
I thought Don Mattingly set a major league record by doing it.
In 7 straight?
8 straight. Or
is that what it was?
That guy Long.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Guy Long for the Pirates. Was that his name? That he tied? But anyway. So D. Murph had 4 hits, raised his average to like 360. There was a dude on the
it's in the first 5 in the first 8 games was the one.
Okay. There was a dude, I don't know his name, I apologize, Reds or Tigers, not sure which team, relief pitcher came in and struck out 9 straight guys.
Yeah, a reliever, yeah.
Tied a record. So
Henderson or Anderson, something.
one of those guys. But anyway, so walk-offs galore, lots of things happening. It's if you're not a Met fan right now, it's a lot of fun. Or a Red Sox fan. Red Sox and Mets are the two disappointments. The Angels are 3-7. Trout had his kid. His initials are BAT. I thought that was good. Bat. So I enjoyed that one as well.
Let me ask you a question. Now, you got to see all. First of all, what'd you watch? Give me your rundown. What'd you watch this weekend, sports-wise or non-sports-wise?
I watched.
How much did you go through the buffet? Did you go through? Did you try everything on the buffet?
I told you I wasn't. I'm heading into the weekend. I wasn't. I followed the Mets. I didn't watch a lot of the Friday, the 11-10 game. I watched us take an 8-2 lead, and me and Brooks laughed and said, "Well, we're going to need at least 10." And then when I saw him go up 10-5, I saw Rosario hit a home run. So I kind of was Mets Braves on Friday night, but at 10-5. I said, I'm not going to watch. And I looked, it was 10-8, and I chuckled. And then I looked again, and it was 11-10. And then I got out and punished myself and watched the 9th inning. And we had 2 guys on, and Ramos hit one to the fence. So I watched that. That was Friday. Saturday, my son had a baseball game in Daytona in the morning, but I watched the hockey. I watched the Rangers. I watched golf. And then I refused to watch the Mets, and they rewarded me by
no NBA Saturday night.
They were down 5-0 in the second, so I knew that was over.
Mm-hmm.
And then yesterday, I watched a lot of golf. I watched some baseball.
You didn't watch any NBA?
I didn't watch a ton of NBA, not a ton, and it's on all the time, right?
Yeah, and you missed a couple of
really
both
good
the
games.
Rockets games were just freaking great.
Yeah.
Yesterday's Portland, I watched all of the Rockets Mavs. I watched just about all of Celtics, and when I say all, I mean bouncing back and forth.
Right.
I watched all 3 Braves game. I watched the golf all 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and my new favorite team and my new favorite sport. I watched all 60 minutes of, and will continue until the postseason concludes. The Calgary Flames.
You did watch the Flames.
All 60 minutes.
No, you did.
All 60 minutes from the first puck drop until we celebrated the 4-1 empty net win. Yes, over the soft, faint Winnipeg Jets who have no chance.
Hockey's going to be, well, we had a lot of lower seeds beating higher seeds in hockey, or higher seeds beating lower seeds, if you will, in hockey the first game, but it's early.
I'm starving to death. That's why. I mean,
Yeah.
I hardly ever do. I tried to watch the Flames last year. They were the top seed.
Well, you should enjoy August because you got games starting at noon and
Today,
ending after
2:30.
midnight.
My team plays at 2:30. I have a real fun team to watch, Dan. I don't know as much about hockey as you guys, but apparently we're kind of like the Pistons. We skirt around the edge of being sportsmanlike and and friendly, and we have one little blank stir like nobody else. Probably one of the biggest in the league, I guess, is this Kachuk kid. He's
Kachuk.
Yeah, he's his
We
son.
had a Ranger years ago, Walt Kachuk, who I think is related, but there's not many Kachuks. But
anyway, he's he created controversy the other day.
Yeah, he had a bad hit.
And here's the deal, though. It's a bad blood series, and I can tell from watching one game there's a bad blood series.
And they're fighting, by the way, in hockey.
Yeah.
That's not practicing social distancing.
We fought right away. But anyway, it looks like
we fought right away.
That's correct. That's right. The Flames and the Jets are in a bad blood series, and it's bad news for the Jets because the Flames are like tough and the Jets are sissies. So it's not going to end well.
Don't rag on the Jets.
Yeah.
They're part of our fabric here in Jacksonville. They're part of the Icemen, right?
Yeah. Oh, are they?
Yeah. Winnipeg beef.
That's Parent Club, man.
Yeah.
I hope none of these current Jets came from here because they're soft.
Be kind to the peg.
Yeah.
They're also an Atlanta team, but I find no allegiance at all to the Winnipeg
That's
Jets.
disappointing.
I don't know if you'd be torn. You'd just sit on your couch.
No. I'm 100% pro Calgary in this thing.
Jim Craig in goal for you?
No, we have a guy named Talbot. Yeah.
Talbot.
Yeah, whoever Talbot is, that's our goalie. Good old Talbot.
Oh, good. You should. Hey, that's great. You watch hockey. That's another one on board. So,
well, I want to watch till the Flames are done, and then that'll be it for me in hockey for a few years.
All right. But it was funny watching it because I had to kind of now where are they again?
You're in Toronto. I'm in Edmonton.
Yeah. So that
I'm a hockey guy now.
I got a kick out of that. So
the Flames and Braves were enough to get me through the next few weeks.
All right.
Who needs football?
Well, like I said, you got a lot. August, you got a lot and you got a major coming up in golf. Justin Thomas, a winner yesterday. I think did you have him in the pool? Who had him in the pool?
It wasn't me.
Beef, did you have Justin Thomas?
No, that would be the tour staff.
Oh, tour with a big old
Tour
W.
got a big old W this week.
Yeah. I had him in
extended their lead over Jeffro.
Okay. So anyway,
I had the lead going into.
Well, they've taken it.
Yeah.
Well,
I wasn't here last week. So
I got about $200,000. I did okay.
That's a big paycheck. Yeah, I was watching after day one. Rory and Cantlay both were at the bottom of the list, and they had a couple good rounds, made a little cash, but it is what it is.
At least you didn't have your guy WD, pal.
Who was that?
2 weeks ago, DJ.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for that number one pick.
Yeah, Beef's in trouble. Your guys didn't do much this week either.
No.
But it was good golf. It was good because Thomas and Koepka both surged to the top of the board.
And the big boys.
And Koepka rolled in a bomb on 17, then but blew 18.
I'll let you guys know already. Go ahead. First pick, I'm taking Koepka.
Okay.
All right, good. You know who's just a pig? Just a piglet. That Ricky Fowler. I mean, these guys, man. What a pig. Go! Can you hit a golf shot that matters, man? In between the 14 commercials that I see next commercial break, can you hit a shot that matters?
Yeah,
I'm so tired of that pig. I mean,
there we go.
Golly, man. Come on.
I thought last week we were like, he's still way younger than Phil.
Yeah, I don't care. I mean, to call him anything near Phil.
What happened?
Yeah, he chokes, man.
Yeah.
Week after week after week, man. He's senile.
Yeah.
It just annoys me. And I like Ricky, and then you dare invest like 20 minutes of starting to root for him, and here comes the double. But it's just they're right when they call him the most overrated. I know he responded with that Players Championship when that Players poll came out a few years ago, and it happened to come out TPC weekend, and then Ricky won the Players.
Yeah.
The Players is by far the biggest event Ricky Fowler's ever going to win.
Oh.
Can't win.
Wow.
And he just the way he loses. By the way, I am shocked that the golf media did not make a story a much bigger story yesterday. And I'm not saying it should be a bigger story, but I'm shocked that they didn't fall for the bait.
Which was?
I got Bones winning the golf tournament in Phil's foursome.
Yeah, that was great.
Here you go, Lefty. Take that home with you, Chief.
I mean, come on. I mean,
he left him high and dry. He booted him out of nowhere.
No,
He barely said goodbye. Did you see the end of the tournament?
they're not friends.
They're not friends,
No.
dude. And maybe Glenn can call and soften this angle a little bit. But yeah, it's not a good look.
Well, wait a minute though. You're of the ilk that caddies don't matter and blah 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 blah.
I'm not of the ilk that they don't matter.
Yeah. Carry the bag and shut your mouth.
Well, they're more important. They're not as important as a golfer for sure. But
we know that.
But when you have a caddy and you've won a lot of golf tournaments, getting rid of him seems pretty petty to me.
Yeah.
Like he's the problem, I guess.
Bones was great. And it was fun watching because you get to know him. He's very good at broadcasting.
He is good. And that I did think was silly. You can't find a golfer who can do it. Bones is as good or better than the golfers.
Yeah, Bones has been terrific. So
been very good. And he just picked up a tidy little couple $100,000 yesterday, I guess.
Nice little money for Bones.
And what a good look too. Because really, is he the reason Justin Thomas won? No.
But
he gets to soak in.
The ultimate irony.
It's like when Stevie won the Masters with Adam Scott.
But the ultimate irony is that he's playing right there with Phil.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I thought the same thing.
And I wonder if Phil would have thought, oh, man.
Phil was with his brother, right?
That's who he's supposed to. I guess that's who he's with.
All right, let's do this. Beef, do we have a prize pack? Let's give it away. If we do, you tell folks what they're going to win. When we come back, I want to tell you what one NFL team is trying out here this training camp, and maybe more NFL teams should follow suit. We'll discuss that. But Beef, what are folks going to win? And if you call right now at 641-1010 and you're caller number 4, you're going to take this home.
Call number 4 right now, Dan, at 641-1010. Going to go home with dinner for 2 on us from Chick-fil-A. Be caller 4 right now, 641-1010.